Lions fans, One Pride family, got a question for you guys. I know, you guys are, what is that blanket he's wearing? Well, it's for a good reason, man. Courtesy of Team 84, Herman Moore, Lomas Brown. I mean, man, creative blankets that they've made for us. And it poses a simple question. And that's what I want to ask you guys. When did you first start drinking? And how long have you been drinking it? I'm talking about Detroit Lions Kool-Aid. It's been, for me, it's been decades now. Especially with seeing this team that, we have right now, the way that they're built, the way that they're playing, it's been very, very special. But it also brings up all the memories that I had as a young kid, especially in those 2000s, 2010s. That era, I was playing football myself. I was a young athlete myself, and being someone who admired Herman Moore, I played receiver. But every single game I had to see my Lions. I don't care how bad we lost. I was there. I'm always going to be there, and I know a lot of you guys feel the same way. Some of you guys are definitely been drinking since the 50s. If you still kicking it, man, I know you still drinking that Lions Kool-Aid just like you drunk it when you were a young kid. So I see a lot of you guys in my comments, and I appreciate you guys for sharing some of those stories and those experiences with us. So but with that said, make sure you guys use my link and head over to the website and check out these blankets. They're very creative, very cool, man. Looks great in the man cave. They're very durable, nice weight to them, keep you warm during these winter months here in Michigan. Man, just very dope. So make sure you guys go over and check those out, and let's talk about this victory. All right, Lions fans, so let's talk about it, man. We win our 9th game today in New Orleans. Sea of blue in New Orleans, man. Once again, got to give a round of applause to everyone who travels to represent our team, and they do it very, very well. You guys were still a force, in New Orleans, man, because like I said, that's a big stadium, man, and New Orleans loves their team, obviously. So to have you guys show up and, for me to watch the game on TV and hear "Let's Go Lions" being thrown around in the crowd. So big time, man. Our team needed that support. We didn't necessarily win the game like we want to. We'll get into the details of that tomorrow for Victory Monday. But today, for this time being, we're just going to celebrate this victory. 9 wins, 3 losses so far on the season. And we're doing everything that we need to be doing right now as far as securing our division and also continuing that race for first place, right? Our schedule, some may feel, is a little bit easier or slighter than some of our opponents in this race. Obviously, the Eagles, their schedule gets no easier. So, we'll see what happens with that situation, right? Let's talk about the game. First quarter, came out and blew the doors off, right? Absolute amazing on both sides of the football. Man, just play after play from J-Mo to Gibbs to Montgomery finishing that drive to Sam Laporta with a big day today. Like I said, if you don't have a team that has some star-studded linebackers, you're toast. You're toast. Laporta's going to torch you. He's going to torch you. If you can't give him the attention necessary, he's going to torch you. So, and that's what happened today, man. Well over 100 yards today for him. Big time catches and big time plays, especially to secure the game at the end. Man, I can't be more happy with the performance that I've seen from our rookies. Would love to see Jameson Williams more. I think he's catching on a little bit more and more every week, and I just want to see us use him more and put more pressure on these defenses, because I feel like once they make adjustments and figure us out, they start to send some rushers at us, man. I feel like we get a little too conservative at times. When you have a guy like Jameson Williams out there, obviously to take the top off the defense, but and not only that, in screens and like we seen the reverse today, just using his speed, man, him being an actual threat out there on the field instead of just a blocker. So I would love to see Ben Johnson go to him a little bit more. I would love to see Jared Goff trust him a little bit more and get Jameson the ball, get him the ball, because it's going to make it easier for everyone. Getting him the ball makes it easy for everyone, because once they have to pay attention to this guy, once they have to game plan for this guy, it takes your team to another level. So we got to get that done. They make adjustments and things get tough for our defense. The pass rush went away. It went away. It completely evaporated after the Bruce Irvin sack. It just completely went away. And, like I said, it's been something that we've been seeing all season, where we just outmatched. We're outmatched. We seen Carr, he had time back there to figure out where he wanted to go with the football. It allowed Olave to get open. It allowed things to open up for them, man, where they just got chunk yardage plays. And, it's kind of frustrating to watch. You just wish we had a little bit more when it comes to consistently rushing the passer. We just can't do it consistently during games. And that's where you're seeing these spurts where, these guys just get loose on the back end. I know it's been a lot of flack for Jacobs and Kirby Joseph, but take it from someone who played football, right? When you back there trying to defend some of these guys that's running a 4-3, you need the pass rushers to do their job. You think back with Darius Slay when he only had Trey Flowers, who barely played. We had no pass rush, and everybody turned on Darius Slay like he was washed up. Then turns around and goes and has a all-pro year. That type of stuff right there. It's understanding the nuances of football. You can try to make adjustments, and you can send guys. I know a lot of people like say, hey, why don't we blitz? You have to understand what you have available. So if you get there and something squeaks out, hey, it's nothing but green grass. Our corners are not the fastest guys. They're not the fastest guys. So you gotta kind of be careful with that. And please don't let me start with the linebackers. We don't have fast linebackers. So, like I said, it's a tough situation. And, a lot of people on social media are like, man, why do you like Aaron Glenn? It's not that I like Aaron Glenn. It's that you got to be fair on both sides of the ball. Ben Johnson called some vanilla conservative stuff today, and he never gets flack for it, and I was giving him flack for it on social media. So, but he's the one that has the studs and stars on his side of the football. Aaron Glenn doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. So how would it be fair for me to say, hey, it's Aaron Glenn's fault, when you don't even have the personnel available to be successful? You see what I'm saying? You can't dial up certain packages with what you have available. You have to think about that for a minute. So I don't get down on them too much because of that. Like I said, until we start plugging some pieces on the defense, some real pieces, then I'll hold him accountable for if we're having a bad day on defense. But until then, I don't even want to hear it. Because that's just not how football works. I'm sorry. You look at these top defenses and you start naming names instantly. With us, when you look at our defense, who you naming? Right, exactly. So, yeah, man. But we did make some plays. We got some turnovers. One of them was by the grace of just luck when it came to the fumble. But we did make some plays. Brian Branch made some great plays, man. He was so good out there that he actually caused the Saints to catch a 30-yard pass. That's just trying to defend, man. If he didn't tip that ball, man, Jacobs would have went to the house with the ball. That would have been a pick six for sure when Jameis Winston was out there. So, like I said, man, it's just up and down. They have to scratch and claw and fight in these games. And the specific reason why is personnel. It's personnel at times. When you have personnel on the offensive side of the ball and you don't use them, and then when you don't have the personnel on the defensive side of the ball, you're going to have to scratch and claw in these football games. That's just what it is. So, whether how far we do make it in the playoffs or not, I'm past that. I've accepted the fact that this season is just the next step in this rebuilding situation where you're trying to get to the playoffs, and that's been a plan from the beginning. So yeah, you have an opportunity to make some noise. You should have took it, but we didn't do that. So let's just get to the playoffs and see what we can do, and see what we need to add to this team for next season. Because like I said, it's at this point, let's just get there. Let's get there first, right? Another thing that I wanted to mention, man, is listen, we got to do better. We have to do better putting our foot on people's necks. You had the momentum. You had the crowd you had the crowd. You had everything. I felt like we got a little conservative early and we took our foot off the gas. We have to stop doing that. Don't get Jim Harbaugh on us. Don't get plain. Don't get plain. Keep abusing these defenses, man. Make them stop you. Make them stop you. We don't want to be a team to stop ourselves. And I've seen that constantly, and I wish we would stop it. Just stop it. So, man, game should have been a blowout, but it wasn't. We still came out with a victory. We made the stop at the end. Jameis Winston couldn't complete the ball to Olave, obviously because of the pressure that was thrown at him. We threw that blitz at him, man, and it made him rush. And when he's rushing or has an opportunity, he'll mess up. So that's how we end up closing out this game. And then Jared Goff, big time pass across the middle to secure the game. So, like I said, man, we got to scratch and claw. It's just like Dan Campbell said. That's what team we are. That's what we are, man. You knock us down, we gonna bite a kneecap on the way up. But I get it. But this game, it should have never came to that. We should have blown this team out. But coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? It is what it is. We are who we are, and we got to think about next week now. So hopefully we can continue to get better and get healthier. Ragnar went out today. I don't think it's anything serious, but Ragnar was out today, and we got to continue to see if we can get guys back and get ready for this push, man. So we got to finish out the rest of the schedule. We still got a plethora of games left. We still ain't even faced the Vikings yet. So Cowboys is coming next. So right. So we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. But I'll see you guys for Victory Monday tomorrow, and that's when we'll really get into some of the detail of what took place today. What took place. So with that said, leave it in the comment section, man. Let me know what you guys thought of this game. How disappointed you were that we gave up that lead. Go ahead and vent yourself in the comment section, man, and let's have some good discourse, man. So with that said, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. Peace.